Yo, what's good? What's good?
Yo, what's going on?
What's up?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a special episode of The House Divided. Can't even talk about how many success is, even as an OSU guy. We got the one and only Justin Harrington for the Oklahoma Sooners in the house. So we're gonna ask Justin some questions, kind of dig deep into his journey to OU. We're gonna talk about some OU football. We'll talk some Big 12 stuff, and then we're just gonna pick Justin brains. So, without further ado, the man next to me, Brandon Hill. My name is Corey Hilliard. Of course, we got Justin Harrington. We are the House Divided. If you've been here before, you know what it is. If it's your first time, me, Casa, Su Casa, but B Hill, hit him with the house rules and let's start talking to Justin.
Guys, you know what time it is around here. I just need you to do 4 things. It's real easy. Hop down there, hit that subscribe button if you're not a part of our House Divided family already. Also, while you're at it, it's real easy. Just one little slide to the right. Tap that notification bell so you guys can be up to date for all our newest and latest content. Also, if you like what you're seeing, you like what you're hearing, there's that thumbs up there. That helps us out too. But last but not least, guys, we always plead for this. Want to drop down there in those comment boxes. We want to hear from y'all. Good, bad, right, wrong, and different. We don't care one way or another. So, as you alluded to, Corey, we got the one and only Justin Harrington on the show today. And I just want to start off by saying, my guy, I super appreciate this, my man. I know you got a lot of things to do. We're just going to kind of just get this thing kicked off here. I want you to just kind of introduce yourself, Justin. Tell us where you're from. Tell us how your football journey started, everything.
All right, well, everybody, I'm Justin Harrington. All my teammates and my friends call me Show. Got that from, just being on the football field. My mom, one of those famous names that your mom give you, just playing football, playing all sports, man. From Raleigh, North Carolina, born and raised, proudly.
Okay.
Man, I got a story. I got a journey, and it's can't wait to tell it with these guys. I'm glad to be up here. I'm glad to have you. Glad you had me up here, and let's have some fun.
Well, let me ask you this, just to start off with. So, coming out of high school in North Carolina, were you highly recruited? How did the recruitment process go? I know you spent a couple years at JUCO, which I love, man. Being a former college football player. The JUCO guys that used to come into Oklahoma State were some dogs, right? So how did high school recruiting go for you, number one? And then how did you get to JUCO? And just tell us about that story.
So pretty much, I would say in high school, I was I led the state and mostly all the receiving categories my senior year is where everybody doesn't know. I'm new to the DB room. When it comes to Division I college, so I just it was a big a lot of growing up to do and just adapting to the position. But luckily, just being athletic, my God-given abilities, I was able to make the transition in junior college. So my recruiting in high school was it really wasn't too big. I was a highly talked about guy, but again, had to go to junior college because of grades. And but I understood that I was one day going to be able to play at the Power 5 level. So just me going to junior college, my journey to junior college was my head coach actually coached my pops. My dad played at he ran track at Taft Community College and Porterville. So he went pro out of junior college after he left, I believe, Taft. And so that's just fast forward, after I graduated, I really didn't know what I was going to do with my life. I knew I still wanted to play football, but I didn't know too much about junior college other than the stories that my dad was telling me, and none of my friends went to junior college, so the only knowledge I really had was my pops. So he pretty much told me, Coach Chudy, which was my head coach at the time, at Bakersfield, he was out there in California coaching. My dad trusted him, and to give you a little backstory about me and my dad, it's like really my best friend. So anything he really said at that time was I kind of had to go with it. Me and my conscience had to kind of just just take a chance. And I know my pops wouldn't steer me wrong. So went out to Cali, and the rest is really history. I was my freshman year, I was first team All-American. And my sophomore year, I had pretty much every accolade out there. I had first team All Conference, first team All American, first team All State. Got pretty much Player of the Year, 3C2A Player of the Defensive Player of the Year, and that's when the offers really start coming in.
Justin, let me ask you this. I got a follow-up question because this is really important. I was almost on a similar path as you coming out of high school. I had to take the ACT 4 times, and on the 4th time I hit it. I got qualified to go to Oklahoma State, but I was almost a JUCO guy myself. But when I was at Oklahoma State, my sophomore year, we had a bunch of JUCO guys come in, and they would kind of laugh at all of us guys that had been there for a while. Guys that threw gloves on the ground, guys that didn't appreciate what you got at a D1 school. So I guess basically what my question is, what's your appreciation level from coming from JUCO and then being at Oklahoma, which is a top 5 football program of all time, right? The stuff that you get that you didn't get at JUCO, the grind at JUCO, the food is different at OU, the stuff, the armbands, the gloves, the equipment that you get. You weren't getting that stuff at JUCO, I know. Right. So what's your appreciation level and how does it feel coming from JUCO and not having nothing to being at freaking University of Oklahoma and having all of that good stuff? How does that feel? What's the difference like?
It's crazy, man. It's just it kind of gave me chills you saying that, because I just remember going to I don't remember the store, but it's like a little local store, a little sports store, and like every week I would or every time I get a little bit of money, a little $15-$20, I would go to the store, just try to get some armbands and stuff so I can look I can have that drip on. Like,
is this when you was at Bakersfield?
Yeah, at Bakersfield.
Yeah.
So it's like I literally just what you're saying with the equipment and stuff, with the shirts and shorts and all the accessories and stuff that we go out with and that we get to wear and get bags full of stuff. Man, it's crazy because I still have this. The 2 years I was at Bakersfield, we got this gray shirt. It says Bakersfield College Football, and it's like a Russell shirt, cloth cotton shirt, and it's like, man, I still wear that shirt around the facility just because it just I remember.
It's a badge of honor.
Man,
yeah.
Like it's just like it keeps me humble, and it lets me realize like a lot of things could have went different in my path, and it's been a lot of downs, and it's been a lot of good things as well. But just little things like that, wearing that shirt, just talking to guys that went to Division II schools or that I played with at my time being at Bakersfield. It just gives me a different appreciation just for being here, and now like you'll see that this year that I've kind of stepped up in a more leadership role vocally for the specifically for the defense. We're just closer, just because I feel like I have more control of like just kind of allowing the guys that come from prestigious high schools or come from like privilege or whatever the case may be, that we're all together, we're all at the same place, but we all have different backgrounds. And just for me to be able to like kind of venture out and tell the guys like, man, what I come from, like, or just my upbringing, not even just Bakersfield, just me coming from Raleigh. Like I just talked to a couple of my friends, like I know maybe like three or four guys that's made it out of Raleigh to the league. So it's just stuff like that, man. Just I still have a high appreciation for my opportunity here, and I just kind of try to display that with specifically my group, but just kind of spread out towards the team too as well. So
that's awesome. That's absolutely awesome. Man, another thing that I wanted to kind of ask, just to kind of switch off on here. So we're kind of talking about our time at OU now. You experienced college football without NIL. and now you're experiencing college football with NIL. What's some of the differences there in that, and what is something that us outsiders don't know but we think we know?
One thing I'll tell you that you guys probably do know is NIL is big on the offensive side. So just one thing that like last year I really wasn't too big on learning NIL just because of a lack of play. I mean that has stuff to that has a part to play in it as well. But just marketing who you want to be aside of football, like that's like the biggest thing I could tell people. It's not about like when they say pay for play, that's majority for like the bigger name. You get the Bryce Youngs, like most of the quarterbacks and the offensive players get like the big crazy amount of deals. But I would say from my personal experience with NIL, it just it's opened up so many doors in the sense of like things that I would never think I would do, or people that I would never think I'd meet. Met like owners of banks and owners of restaurants and you're not asking for anything, but they're so willing. Like once they meet you as a person, aside of putting the shoulder pads and helmet on, it's amazing. Like it's amazing. They feel like they know you even more as a person, and they're more willing to help you. So I would say NIL is a beautiful thing in the sense of like networking. But obviously the money is good. The money it does help a lot of people in their situations.
And it's well deserved too, man, because I mean you guys are out there grinding everything else. And before that, I mean, if a guy just went to work at a car dealership and he got paid under the table for it, he got in trouble and got kicked off the team. So to see that guys are able to benefit off of that, because I mean in football is not a sport that's for long. You know what I'm saying? So it's not something that nobody's guaranteed anything. There's thousands and thousands of guys out there that can run, jump, catch, tackle, do all those type of things. And to be at the level that you're at, I mean, I'm just happy to see that players are actually getting recognized for the name on the back of their jersey, and they're actually getting credit, because all those colleges for the longest time, they were making billions and billions of dollars. So it's nice to see you guys are getting a piece of that pie. So the next thing that I wanted to jump into, man, you kind of touched on it as far as like the closeness of the defense, everything else. I'd be remiss if I didn't ask, because you got to experience time with Lincoln Riley and with Alex Grinch and with those defensive coaches that were with that staff. And now you get to experience this coaching staff with the Brent Venables, which, if I'm not mistaken, Brent Venables is probably the leader of your position group.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are some of the differences there, good or bad? Who did this different that you liked, or who did this, and what do you see the direction of the program?
Okay, so this is a common question I get, but I'm gonna answer it a little bit different. So I would say let's start off with Coach Grinch, where what I came into. Just I would say the strain on the IQ part and the football, like one-on-one portion, was a little bit out the window. It was more so of a effort-based defense. So that's why you see guys, the guys that have in the league from the Grinch era, like Brian Asamoah's and you got Trey Norwood and Trey Brown. You got those like hell of athletes, and they're making plays off the straight effort-based. But when you see guys like for example, the Danny Stutzman's played in both systems. You get Woody Washington. They'll tell you firsthand that the IQ that our football IQ is out of this world now. So it's just the anticipation, the physicality that you might not have seen come out of a player. They get to anticipate. They get to show their athletic abilities while knowing what's going on 100%, and to the point to where we could teach it back, So no knock on Coach Grinch's defense. It's just more so of an effort-based defense, in the sense of you have no choice but to give effort with your job in Coach Venable's defense. It kind of works for you instead of you working for it. Less play calls on Grinch's side, and more play calls and less. It seems like with Coach Venables, it's a play for every play. and a lot of guys frown upon like his system, but once you get it, it's literally like I have the answer to everything. It's like having the answer key to a math test. Like you have the answer to everything, every motion, every formation, every quarterback, every personnel, like everything. You have the answer to everything, or you have a tool for it. And you can't stop everything, but it's like almost, it's almost like you feel like you have the answer to everything, literally.
Okay.
I like that. Hey, so let me ask you this. Reading your profile and kind of catching up on the guy that you are and how you play football. Corner, safety, linebacker, big dog. Which one are you? Or which one do you like the most? Because for me, having played football for as long as I did, playing 8 years in the NFL, playing in Big 12 at Oklahoma State, you see a lot of different athletes, and somebody who can play corner one season and then damn near play linebacker in the box as a hybrid type safety linebacker type. That's a special athlete. So you're a special athlete. What do you like? What's your home? You tell me. Tell us.
Since I've been at Oklahoma, I've been trying to get back to like how I felt in Bakersfield. So Bakersfield on film, you'll see me playing like pretty much the strong safety position. So pretty much what Billy Bowman plays, just kind of mostly in the post majority, but showing up a lot in the run. So I would say I'm a safety with just endless ability, like whatever coach put in front of me, if he needed me to rush off the edge for 5 plays in a row, like I would find a way to do it, so I just being coach V says just being available. And I feel like just how last year went, and how my career has been at OU, just very up and down, very spurty, and you never know what's going to come. I feel like just being available for me and just taking any opportunity and blowing it up. Like, not even just saying, oh man, he looks kind of good there. Like, oh man, if we had 3 of Justin Harrington, I would start him at all 3 safety positions. Like that's the pride. Like that's the pride that I have. Walking, going at it with Drake Stoops every day makes me better. With our running back room, we got Tawee, we got Javante, we got endless amount of guys that I'm hitting every day, that we're going at it every day. And it's like being able to be in the box and fight off a block of our starting tackle, or a reach block, or being able to go, like I'm playing slot corner, like, and I kind of like brush it off in a sense, but like, it's not too many 215, 220 pound 6'3" players in the slot. It's playing slot corner,
right.
They're playing sitting backward, So, I mean, that I just pride myself on that. Just so if I had to choose one position, Cheetah literally is just the position that I like. It's perfect. I mean, when you hear Coach V talk, he tells me a lot. Like, you need to be by the ball, but you're one of our best cover guys, hands down. So I just take pride and kind of like use that as fuel. But I really can't choose a position because I play literally all the safety positions this year, and Coach Valai trying to steal me too. He trying to steal me. He trying to steal me. I keep fighting him off. I keep fighting him off, man. But he try to shoot it in my ear every day, man. But it's all good. Just that's a good feeling being wanted and rather than not, rather than them trying to find you a position to play because you're limited, rather than straining you out, so that's a good problem to have.
Okay. Well, something else. One thing that I wanted to ask you as well. What was one of the things after the season that OU had last season? Everybody always has kind of like that little chalkboard or that little marker board or something that you check off your list. You know what I'm saying? What are some of the key things? Give me like 3 key things, 2 key things, whatever works. What is the biggest things that you were focused on this offseason? Like, I have to get better at this.
Personally or like as a team?
I mean, either way. Show me, give me
Okay.
both.
Okay. Well, personally, just I would say mental capacity. Just I knew the plays, like I knew the plays, but like I wasn't confident in knowing the plays. If emotion ran by, I was like, second guessing, but just mental capacity, just being confident. If I messed up, it was like, it's a play. Just don't mess up on the same play, or don't lose the rep how you lost the last rep. You're gonna lose a rep. You're like, everybody's at this prestigious university at the top of their game. As I say, like, we're at our prime. Like, we're never gonna be 18 through 21 again. So just kind of like focusing on that, and just another thing as a team. Coach was telling me this, and he was just saying we needed to be more physical. A lot of games we lost was just lack of physicality. Not to say that we weren't trying, or not to say, but it was just a little bit of lack of physicality at the point of attack. Coach Venable's defense is always playing behind the line of scrimmage. A lot of defenses that you see throughout the country, and some of the best defenses as well, they play at the line of scrimmage. Coach V likes to, blitz a lot. We like, and that's no secret. So just kind of being aware of situation awareness. So if I had to put three things, it would be physicality, mental capacity, and just awareness. Just being aware of everything down the distance and stuff. So
Okay.
Bet. Let me ask you this. Last year, you guys finished strong, right? You guys started off like 2-5 or 2-6 or something like that. But I look at three teams from last year. The two teams that played in the Big 12 championship. TCU, y'all took a big thumping on the road. Kansas State, you lost that game by, I believe, 7 at home.
Mm-hmm. 7. Yep.
And then Texas, you guys were undermanned because you're missing your starting quarterback.
Right.
And so those are the top three teams from last year's Big 12 slate. How confident are you, and which three of those teams, if not all of them, do you think poses the biggest threat? Or do you see as the biggest hurdle for OU getting back to where OU belongs as far as we talk about Big 12, which is at the top?
Out of those three, the biggest threat.
Because Justin, before you answer, I'll say this. There, talent-wise, you guys will have the best team in the Big 12, right?
Sure.
Is how do y'all put it together, and how do you exact revenge from what happened last year against all three of those teams? So, biggest threat, who you worried about the most, if you're worried about anybody, just give me your thoughts on those three teams.
I would say the TCU game, obviously they were in the Big 12 championship, but those were really just, it was just like, it was just bad. It was just bad all over. We lost the quarterback, Damon got hurt. It was, and not to like harp on, like those are not excuses, but you get game 7 from everybody. So even though they were coming in 3-0, we were coming in 3-1 or 3-1, or they were coming in 4-0, whatever.
You get everybody's best shot.
We get the best game. So I feel like Texas is always going to be the biggest threat, but I feel like just me being biased about our defense this spring is like, it was crazy, and we only touched the surface. Like, it was crazy. Coach, like it seemed like Coach V was finding bad stuff, and we'll have dominant days, and we'll be like, well, I don't even remember that play because we had 3 fumbles and 4 sacks and 2 picks, and but
no,
so
he's gonna think about that one busted coverage.
Yeah. Oh no, he's gonna let you know, and he's gonna go for hours and hours and hours about it. So you're gonna remember that play, and you're never gonna make that mistake again. So, just Texas. I would say Texas just for the culture. We owe Sooner Nation as well. Like we owe the fan base. We owe the fan base a show. We owe them revenge. We owe them everything because they give us everything. So, I'm looking forward to that game. I'm looking forward to TCU. K-State is always a fight, but I would say just me being on the defense, we'll take that one. We'll take that one as a defense. We kind of, looking back at the film, it was small mistakes. Guys out of their gaps, like peeking in another gap. Poor tackling. We know we got a running quarterback with Martinez, and just letting them get loose. It's just little things like that, and that's why I would say we focus on fixing this spring, and it wasn't too many. Dylan, you can ask Dylan if y'all get him up here. It wasn't too much running between him and Jackson. They got a little bit of run, but we kind of kept the first second group kind of kept things into perspective when it comes to how much we've grown on our defense. But to answer your question, I would say we're ready for all of them. We got something to prove in the sense of just proving us as a defense and proving Coach Venable's right. Because we trust his scheme, we trust his defense, and we trust it's on paper. Like he's going to be a Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Fame coach. Period. Point blank. Period. Point blank. Whether his head coaching resume will say the same in the next 10 to 15 years, however long he wants to go. As a D coordinator, it's all on paper. So we trust it, and we trust each other. We're linked together like no other. So I'm excited. Like I tell our offensive guys, I'm like, man, y'all snap the ball every 10 seconds. So I can't wait till September 3rd or 4th, whatever our first game is, so somebody else get it. It's crazy. Like they snap the ball every 10, 15 seconds. And it's like, wow.
Okay. I'd be remiss if I didn't ask this. Dylan Gabriel is one of the most highly rated quarterbacks returning. You know what I mean? Whenever you look at ESPN, you look at all those platforms. But, I mean, being a fan of it, everything else, Jackson Arnold, what are your impressions from the 5-star coming in? I'm not saying there's a QB controversy. I'm not saying that.
No, that's a good question.
It's like, what do you see? Is the hype real? Is what I want to know.
He's a problem.
Okay.
He's a problem. Like,
okay, that's what
he's
I thought.
A problem.
I felt that as well.
Dylan's that guy. Dylan's the guy. Like I'll go to war for Dylan about Dylan. Anybody got anything to say about Dylan? I'll go to war behind him. But 10, he's a guy. Now I did pick him off twice this spring.
Okay. Yeah.
But that I'll give him that. I'll give him his freshman. He got to shake it off. So, but
okay.
He this spring he definitely gained a lot of respect from not even just from the defense, just from his teammates. He's very mature. Outside of football, he's just an open guy. He's cool, laid back guy. I try to get him riled up a little bit, but in the stretch lines, I know he's a younger guy, and the safeties and the quarterbacks are on the same stretch line. And every time I run by him, like to start practice, I'm like, man, every day. And you can ask him, man. Like Justin tells me this every day, man. Go show everybody, show everybody what the hype is about. Like go out there, bust your ass. Excuse my language. Go, but
no, you're fine.
Well, you good.
Just go, really put it, show everybody, and we had obviously another freshman phenom come through while I was here, Caleb Williams. Same thing.
Right.
He had those same, he's seen our first team when I was at corner. He's seen our first team defense, and it was not like high school. So, and obviously, Heisman Trophy winner and everything, but everybody has to go through those lumps and bumps and bruises. So, man, he's in good hands with Levy and has a good mentor in DG, and he has a great team around him with so many weapons. Just with the running back group, I keep speaking on the running back group because I'm like, we had to do a spring. Our running back group is crazy.
It's special.
It's
special.
Our running back
special.
Group is crazy.
It looks special. I was at the spring game. I was in attendance for the spring game. So you guys, I'll tell you, that defense, now granted, I'll give the offense a little bit of credit here. They were missing a lot of offensive linemen, starters. A lot of guys were nicked up, everything else. But that D line, that secondary, I mean, Peyton Bowen, is he not starting at one of those safety spots? I mean, I'm not asking you to give me who's starting. No, he's not. Okay. Well, that just goes to show you the depth at Oklahoma right now. Then,
Yeah,
and
you got a guy like that.
It's crazy. It's crazy because that was like the first conversation I had with all the coaches, like, exiting from the Florida State game. Like I got a couple phone calls from my coaches, and they were like big on going to get guys, and we're like, but we don't need any guys. Like me and Key are here. Key Lawrence, Billy's here, and we lost Trey Morrison, we lost Justin Burrows, and we lost a couple guys. But it's like we were thinking, like, man, we already here. We don't need no guys. We practice. Right. We practice every rep. I mean, I don't come out pretty much at practice, and like I go from cheetah to whatever coach need me to go to. So, and a lot of guys are like, position flexible. So we like, man, we don't need any guys. But when we bring in guys like Reggie Pearson, and we bring in the freshmen like, we bring in Peyton, bring in guys like my favorite guy on the defense, hands down, is Josiah.
Okay. Okay. Well, I've heard some real hype about him.
To answer your question about the underground, the who y'all don't know, that boy he's a baller. Like he's a baller.
Okay.
He's a baller.
Okay.
All right. Okay. I guess this would be my last question before I hand it back over to B Hill. Just to be 100% on this, you were there 2 years ago for Bedlam in Stillwater, right? When y'all lost at the end of the game.
I was in the transfer portal. I was gone.
Okay.
Okay.
But you still had a lot of friends on the team.
Mm-hmm.
You were at Bedlam for last year, and so this will be the last Bedlam for the foreseeable future. A guy from North Carolina, Riley. How's it going to feel to play in this last Bedlam game? Are you excited about it? And being from North Carolina, do you understand the importance of what Bedlam means to Oklahoma?
Well, to start off, this will be like my first like hands-on Bedlam game.
Bedlam.
So,
okay.
With being a starter on the defense and just being having a significant role on the team. This would be my first and obviously my last. So just keeping that trophy, I just winning last year, keeping that trophy in the facility is just like, it means a lot. It means a lot. It's 2 games that mean everything to this program and structures the program, and that's obviously Texas, OU and Texas, and the Bedlam game. So I feel like it's a lot of pressure. I'm putting a lot of pressure on myself just to keep that trophy in our facility and let history just write itself while it being home, in Norman.
So y'all actually do care about the game. I hear a lot of I get into a lot of arguments with OU fans that say that they don't care about Bedlam. So inside the facility, y'all actually do care about the Bedlam game. Y'all do care.
Yeah,
about
they say that. Well, they say that because they say we don't care because it's
because of the record. Yeah, I know. Yeah. You ain't got to say the record.
No, we care about literally. We care about yeah, y'all know y'all little bro. Y'all little bro.
Little bro. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Yes.
But what I respect about OU State, because I do have a great relationship with the coaching staff over there with Coach Duffy and Coach Gundy, because I was actually going to go to Okie State if I didn't choose OU. I didn't know Okie State recruited junior college guys like they do. Like they pride themselves on JUCO guys. And after I committed to OU, I kind of like, oh dang man, like it became a big thing. So just with the relationship I have with those guys over there, man, like it's nothing but respect just because they come to play every time. And no matter the outcome, no matter if it's a beat down, if it's a shootout or whatever, like, man, it's always respect between the two because, like the Oklahoma State also represents the Big 12, which we all fight each other. But once it's bowl week or whatever, like we're all going for, we're going for who we go to war for, like you want to, if you lose, like, you want to lose to the champs at the end of the day. Like you want to lose, you want to, or if you play a good Okie State team, you want them to go beat down on the SEC, or you want to, because at the end of the day, it represents us. It represents our recruiting. It represents, what guys are in state, out of state that respect the program to even go to the school. So it's a lot of stuff that just goes into play with, just playing that game. So I respect it just a lot, just because it was a bedlam war in my recruiting. But no, those guys, y'all guys come to play for sure every time.
Bet.
Okay. Something else I wanted to touch on. I just got a couple more things, and then we'll let you go ahead and enjoy your trip over there, Justin. The Soul Mission. Mm-hmm. That's been like a big thing in the media, everything else. It's been something that's been on social media, everything else. What does the Soul Mission mean to you as a player?
So when Coach Venables let me back on the team last year, I was able to go to the Miami trip, and we went to a school, an elementary school in Miami. We were able to, we were doing just service, just like painting and planting trees and plants and stuff, just hanging out with the kids, getting in the pool. And it's pretty much taking our platform and taking our opportunity and shining it on someone else that doesn't have the resources and the opportunity. Like I wish NC State or UNC, like back home, had that for me, growing up with me and my friends. Like I didn't grow up in the best situations, but I wish there was a college team like I looked up to that was local to come help and come show that like we are real people. So it helps us to just realizing that, like, helping us to get back to reality. Like, we're regular people at the end of the day. Yes, like, people look at us as superheroes and life changers and inspiration as well, but like, we're normal. Like, we're normal. We eat, sleep, use the bathroom. We do everything just like every other person, but it just gives us an extra like push in the morning, extra energy, just like when you inspire somebody. So I feel like that's really like the base of Soul Mission. It's just an inspiration, like giving people hope, and like I'll hope one day, like when I'm going to league, just to kind of keep that same thing going. I've been wanting to do this forever. So like it was kind of like, it was like God's gift. Like when I came back on the team, it was like, man, we do service trips and we doing this. We got a program for it. So I know when I first got here in 2020, the guys, they had went to Haiti before COVID or something.
Okay.
Sooners in Haiti or something like that. And that kind of like blew my mind. I was like, man, I want to go. And like the Brazil trip, it was a Brazil trip that was supposed to come, but COVID came, and man, I was so excited. So unfortunately, when I left and came back with the new staff, it was just like, it was a dream come true. Like I had a blast. Like I had more fun. You asked like Josh Norman, all the guys that kind of Caleb Kelly, all the guys. Like, man, I had a blast in Miami with the kids. It wasn't even about whatever we were doing together as a team after, or like, man, I had a blast. Like my mom owns a daycare in the Raleigh area, and like I love kids, man. So it was kind of easy for me. I was leading the way, but man, it was beautiful for me because I used to get mad at like my teammates because like, some of the guys, they just like, 5 stars. They don't know nothing but football. They don't know anything. Only interaction with regular people is an interview, trying to figure out where they're going to commit. So I was getting upset, like, man, like, you guys don't understand, like, man, speak to the person holding the door, or like, like, ask the bus driver, how you doing? How was your day? Say what's up to a kid with a Sooner jersey on, man. You don't know how that's going to change their day. And it's like, it's so beautiful, man. Like, it's so, I swear, like, it's so beautiful, man. Like, it's crazy. Like, that's like the best part. That's like, if I had a light other than playing football, like, if it was like, that's like the most, like, that's important. That's very important to me. Like, just seeing other people, helping other people. Like, life is hard. Like, I done been through life for real. Like, before I put this Sooner jersey on, man, like, I done been through life. Like, I know it's real. I know it's real. Like,
it makes y'all better as men too. You know what I mean? It's not about from what I can see from the outside, it's not just about football. I mean, of course, football is the main goal, of course, at the end of the day. Everybody's trying to get to the league, this and that. But it just seems to me that Brent Venables is trying to raise you guys up as just men, not just a player with a number on the back of their jersey, is what it looks like.
Exactly. Exactly.
So, all right. And then I have to ask this. I'd be remiss if I didn't. Brent Venables, man. You see it on TV. You seen him at Clemson. Me being an OU fan, I'm a lifer, man. I'm OU born, Sooner bred, Sooner dead, or Sooner born, Sooner bred. And when I die, I'll be Sooner dead. You know what I'm saying? I live right here in Norman. Everything. I'm 2 minutes from the stadium. I come see all the games I can. What is it like? He had to have a damn get back coach at Clemson. Didn't really see me as an OU fan this next season. He was fiery, but it wasn't.
You want the get back coach back.
I want the get back coach back. I want like all that. Am I crazy? Am I out of line in saying that? Or like, what is it like just in a daily practice, daily everything? Because I know he's hard on you guys. I know he is.
Man, talking to the right guy when it comes to hearing everything Brent Venables got to say. Man, anybody will tell you Justin Harrington gets it. Like,
right.
I get it. Man, he's just passionate. Like, he's just a passionate dude about everything, about being a father, like, about being like, man, he's just like, he loves what he does. Like, if you like, I don't even know, like, I literally don't. It's a drug to him. Like, football is a drug to him. Like, people who love football, like, is an understatement to him. Like, nobody loves football more than that man. Like, you literally be talking about, hey man, coach, what you gonna eat tonight? Man, I'll be eating something. And somehow he'll get it to switch over to football, and you'll be talking about some plays within 20 minutes. Like, man, I'll run through a wall for him. But the guy you're looking for in Brent Venables is saved. He's saved.
Okay.
So Smitty, we got Smitty and we got Coach Venables, but we have the more clean version, and they're both still crazy as hell.
Okay.
Crazy.
Okay.
Smitty, no, like, that's my guy. Like, that's my guy. Run through a wall for both of them, but you're getting the lower blood pressure.
Right.
Smitty and Coach Venables. So it's good for this generation because we get the message. We don't even want him to get that far. Sometimes he peaks up, but you know, like, this generation, we want the answer. We don't want the consequences. We just need the answer. We don't try to make them have a flashback, but man, I can't lie. I mean, I love that guy. I love that dude. I can't say that about too many people, man. I got love for Coach V and Smitty as well. So.
That's absolutely awesome, man. And I mean, shoot.
That's what's up,
so the last thing, and then we'll go ahead and we'll let you enjoy yourself. The strength and conditioning, because that's like one of the biggest things to a football program, the behind the scenes, everything else. What are the differences, if you want to get into it? If you don't, I understand, from Benny Wiley to a Coach Smitty. What are the differences there?
So we talk about this a lot, like in the locker room and stuff. So like with Coach Wiley, it was more so like he preached like endurance in the sense of how long you can sustain, you know, your peak performance. So we did a lot of like I joke a lot with the guys, like, man, I said 2 years ago we were a CrossFit team. This shit we do now, this is like psychopath. Like, you literally, like, it's a mental game. Like, everything we do is a mental game, and it's like old school. Like, everything is like old school in the sense of, like, we do new lifts, like we do like the, you know, Olympic like style lifting, but it's all like, put the weight up there. Can you do it? Or if you can't do that, let's take it down a little bit, just 5 pounds until you can do it. You know, like, we're gonna push you to your max, but we're gonna see if you can get 30 pounds less weight reps, but with the amount of weight that you know you can't do. So like, it pushes you to exertion in the sense of like your best self. But scientific based.
Okay. That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
So,
Man, you got one more question for him? Or?
yeah, no, I just want you to hit me. Hit me with your prediction. What's the prediction for this season? As a player, everything else, what are you thinking? What's your goals this season?
So I talked to my pops, and I'm either gonna win. I got to either win Jim Thorpe or the Buckets Award, whatever position they put me at.
I
For
love
sure.
it. I love it. I love
for
it.
sure.
Love it. Love it.
So
Good.
would definitely lead the Big 12 in majority of the categories. Now, which ones I don't know. TFL, we got that in the bag. We're gonna win that. TFL,
Okay.
we got that.
Okay.
tackles for life, we got that. We're gonna lead the Big 12 in majority of the defensive in the defensive categories. Defensive guys are going to get drafted 100% this year.
I love it.
No knock on the guys. Last year was they kind of like walked into a system. They had short notice to learn it, and they didn't get all the benefits out of it. But we got guys, man, and we got guys, man. We got guys.
I love it.
You're gonna see some defensive guys get drafted, and
I love it.
I can't predict the record because I don't want to jinx us or nothing. But I think
that's fair.
We're in good hands, and the guys, the freshmen, they're in great hands, man. Like they're gonna get full. The facilities are gonna be changed. They're not gonna look the same, man. The work is gonna be up. The expectation is gonna be up. Man,
I love it. Oh, it's going to the SEC. It's make or break time now.
Yeah.
It ain't no.
Ready. Them guys are ready. Them guys are ready. Like the
I love it.
Running back group that we just brought in again. Hollywood, North Carolina. He from North Carolina. He from Charlotte.
Yeah. No, he nice.
Yeah.
He nice.
North Carolina boys do it. He's nice. He's nice.
Khalib Hick. What about Khalib Hick? Caleb Hicks. Okay.
He's nice.
Yeah.
Man,
okay.
All of them. Like, there's not even to Chapman, like, nice. Norman guy, you know him, man.
Yeah.
All of them. They nice.
Yeah.
They nice. Peyton, Josiah, all the guys, man. Desan, McCut, like, man, I'm telling you, like, they're in year one, but you're gonna see a whole different defense. And I'm an older guy now, man. I wish I was here to do it with him, but man. I'm glad I get to mentor him and I get to show him the way, man. Because I'm a wild out this year.
It'll still be brother. You still a part of that OU brotherhood for life, though, man.
No, for sure.
You already know what it is. Once you dip your toes into this one, and whenever you talked about in the show earlier, it was between Oklahoma State and OU. You chose the right side, my guy. I appreciate you. Appreciate it.
Hey man, we got another. It's not gonna be too bad. We got another whooping for y'all. And then we're going to leave y'all alone. And we're going to leave y'all alone.
Get it.
For the rest of eternity, you ain't got to deal with OU.
I'll help y'all. Justin, I'll help y'all move. I'll help y'all move all your stuff.
Man, it ain't going to be no more. It ain't going to be no more OSU decals in Norman. We're going to go ahead and wash y'all up out of here. We're going to get y'all up out of here.
Yeah,
we're gonna keep that trophy.
Stop, dog. Stop. Let me get you up out of here. Let me close this out.
Y'all will never see that trophy ever again.
Never.
Let me get you out of here, dog. You talking too much cash money right now. I love it.
Man, I appreciate y'all for having me up here for sure, though. Thank you.
Man, anytime, bro.
No doubt, bro. It was a fun conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, the man Justin Harrington, he's a beast. I'm gonna be looking for you, dog. I'm not gonna be rooting for your team, but whenever you make a play, big dog, I promise you this: I will be rooting for you, man. Real talk, bro. I appreciate you coming on. Special conversation, special dude. Got it out the mud for sure. Came from the bottom, and now he's wearing that beautiful crimson and cream up there in OU. So, man, big ups to you. I'm wishing you nothing but the best this upcoming season, bro. Real talk. B Hill, Final thoughts and close us out, big dog.
Man, final thoughts, Justin. Man, met you last year in the furniture store, my guy. I appreciate you, my guy. For real, for real. This ain't the last interview, though, man. We're going to try to tap in with you during the season and everything. We want to get your thoughts on how everything's going, how the guys are holding up, whatnot. Also, too, tell your teammates, too, man. We'd love to have any one of them on the show as well. I mean, we can do a duo. It don't matter to me, man. So, to close this thing out, though, talking to our house divided family out there, I told you guys on the last show that we recorded when we was talking about the NBA playoffs, if you don't hit that subscribe button, this train's rolling. It's rolling, and we just going up from here, guys. This is just the start of it right here. My guy Justin hopping on with us. So, as always, my guy Corey over there, Justin joining us tonight. It's your boy B Hill. We signed on into this thing.